Our son Colton was just a healthy little boy. No major health issues. Sweet kid. Did great in school. Was on t-ball team. Part of our church. Just a great kid. And then he was 6.5 years old. And around Christmas of 2017, we started to notice a little bit of off behavior. He was just tired, a little pale some days. It would come and go. And then in January, it started to definitely be more noticeable. Went ahead and scheduled an appointment with his doctor. And before he could even make it to that appointment, the school nurse called us and had us pick him up. He was just white as a ghost, had a fever. He went straight to get blood work done, and it came back right away that they knew it was some kind of blood cancer. It took them about several days to determine that it was acute myeloid leukemia. There's just not a lot of treatments. There's not enough funding for a lot of research, so there's a lot of if the standard protocols don't work, they pretty much just have to play around with different trials, and unfortunately it didn't work at all for us. There was just multiple issues with the timing. It was a very early stage trial. One of the nurses, it made a big impact on me. She said, remember to do things for Colton and not to him. So we definitely kept that in mind over the next couple of days. I wish we could go back to that moment in time and tell him how much we loved him.
Pediatric cancer is the unfortunate reality for many families like the Kopinskis. The greatest fear for this family became an actual reality, and while the fight for survival can be the greatest looming fear, the impact doesn't stop there. Pediatric cancer affects the entire family. A study conducted by the publication Current Oncology reported that most families face significant financial stress. From constant traveling for treatments and during typical work hours, it can be hard for anyone to keep a job, and typically this results in the mother or sometimes both parents losing their income. In addition to the monetary loss, the grueling battle against cancer can also shake the family's dynamic and foundation. This is a time when parents are devoting every ounce of their energy to providing the best care for their child. In many cases, siblings are aware of the parent's focus, which can lead them to suppress their own emotional and physical needs. Naturally, the mounting pressures from experiencing this type of trauma can lead to marital strain. The Ishan Gala Foundation exists because it takes an entire family to fight cancer, and it takes a community to support that family. IGF was founded by Mayank and Sejal Gala in September 2008 after the loss of their first child, Ishan, to neuroblastoma at the young age of 2 years old. Through connecting with other families in this journey, they found this in common. While the child is diagnosed, a family fights together.
We were blessed with a beautiful little baby boy, Ishan Gala, and he was born just perfect, and it was amazing to be blessed with a child like that. It was our dream to have children, and for him to come into our world was awesome. And in 2007, when he was about 14 months old, he started running a low-grade fever, and they ended up taking us into the local hospital for a CT scan. And so literally our whole world changed from that morning to that night. And within a couple of days, we were told the one thing no parent wants to hear, and that your child has cancer. And that's what started our journey.
Our world turned upside down. No parents ever imagined that something like this would happen to their children. So it's totally out of your scope of preparation or imagination altogether. We both didn't know which direction to go, who to ask for support. How do we find out what the protocol is? It all seemed so unnatural to us. Yeah. The hope is never lost, because I don't think that there's any parents at any point wants to give up hope until the very last second. What we went through, I think that most all families easily go through a similar experience. Cancer is suffered by the whole family. not just the patient. Just the fact that you hear the word cancer in itself, it's a dreadful word. It locks your heart. Sometimes it almost feels like you're suffocating. You can't breathe because you have this fear of looming disaster or distress waiting to happen, and this fear of loss. So already you have hope, but you're also dealing with a sense of grief. What if? What if this doesn't work out? And 2 years ago, we went from a research organization to an organization that serves families in our community. And we truly serve families fighting cancer, and family is at the heart of our foundation.
We were in Florida on vacation, and Macy got sick. We needed to find an emergency room. When we did, they thought she had aplastic anemia and transported us to Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital. When we got there, they realized it was a little more than that. And the following day, on July 5th, they told us that Macy has acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
When I first found out that Macy had leukemia, I was very scared. I didn't know how life was going to be afterwards, so I just knew everything was going to change, and I wasn't big on change, so I was definitely scared.
Most of the time I was in hospital. I was really sad because I really wanted to hang out with my friends.
When we were in the hospital, the social worker connected us with the Ishan Gala Foundation, and they came to the hospital, brought us care packages, toiletries, gift cards for food, and just let us know that they had our backs. The care packages alone brought such a bright moment to our dark place that we were in. And not only did they think about Macy and my child being affected by this, they thought about the siblings. They also asked the things that I would need that would help get us through our period of struggle.
And the need is so great. It can be as great as that they won't have a place to stay if a mortgage doesn't get paid. It could mean buying them a car because their car has broken down and it's unfixable and they have to get their children. And it can be something as small as going into the hospital and celebrating a birthday with a cake and some presents.
To the support we got, especially from Ishan Gala and stuff, like when I needed to be off, I didn't have to worry about the bills or truck payment or something. I was able to be at the hospital the 2-3 days I needed to be there without stressing about, okay, now how's this going to get paid when I get back home?
I think it's extremely important to have groups, foundations like this that help the entire family, because you need your whole family to get through something like this. Every bit of emotional support, financial support, just pick me up packages, special visits, anything like that is such a huge help. Having foundations like this are just absolutely so crucial to keep families together in these situations.
So if you've been listening, just want you to know that your support means the world to us. We really believe that we are the hands and feet of Jesus while we're here on this earth. We really believe one of the greatest things we're called to do is be a light to this world. And as you've hopefully seen through just the things we've done, the people that we're able to support, because of your donations, because of your offerings, we want you to know that we need you. We need your support. I say something to my son every morning when I drop him off at school. It's a verse, Joshua 1:9, and that is, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, for I, your God, will go with you. And I'm asking you to be courageous today. I'm asking you to be strong today. I'm asking you to dig deep today and know whether it's $1 or $5 and you know your capacity. We're just asking you to give your very best and know that this is good seed going in good ground and making a difference for the people in this world.